Hey guys, here's another what I ate today video with just normal everyday healthy food. For breakfast I made porridge. Usually when I make porridge for all four of us, I measure out 1 cup of dry porridge for my husband, half a cup for myself, and half a cup for both kids. So 2 cups in total, and I usually do a 2-to-1 ratio, so 2 cups of oats and 4 cups of water. I add a little bit of salt and I let it cook for about 15 minutes. And I like to cook it really thick because I eat it like cereal. You'll see in a minute. So my kids had already had theirs, and this is mine and my husband's. And I like to add golden syrup to my porridge. I don't do this all the time, but every third time, I guess, I add some golden syrup. And I just let it melt into the hot porridge. And this time I used vanilla almond milk. I usually just use normal milk, but I'm not a huge fan of almond milk, so I'm trying to use it up. And I added a chopped banana on top. I also had a coffee, but I forgot to film it, sorry. So yeah, that was my breakfast. I find this really filling and it keeps me going till lunchtime. I like to have proper meals and not snack between. So for lunch I had leftovers. I had made chana masala the night before, so these were the leftovers. And yeah, just some cumin rice, which I cooked with coconut oil, some cumin seeds, cloves, and cinnamon stick. And this is a chana masala, which is like a standard masala recipe with chickpeas instead of lamb or chicken or whatever. And I also had some leftover cabbage with it as well, which I cooked in nigella seeds and coconut oil. So I piled everything into my massive bowl and I just heated it in the microwave for about 3 minutes. And then everything else went back in the fridge. There was still more left over for another meal. So that was my lunch, and I had a glass of water as well. And that afternoon I made a batch of bread, a sourdough bread. I made 2 loaves of honey oat bread and 2 loaves of cinnamon raisin. The honey oat is really, really delicious. It's nice and sweet and it's got a really, really good texture. And I sliced this loaf really thin because I wanted it for sandwiches and stuff for the week or for the next 2 weeks. And then for dinner, I made a pasta bolognese. I made my own pasta using a recipe from America's Test Kitchen. I'll put a link to the recipe down below if I can find it, because it's a paid subscription to access their recipes online. So I don't know if I'll be able to post it. But anyway, it's just 2 cups of flour, 2 whole eggs, and 5 egg yolks. And you just blend it up and let it rest for 4 hours, and then you roll it out into pasta shapes. So for the bolognese sauce, I just sauteed some bacon in a little bit of olive oil with celery, onions, carrots, and then I added some ground beef. And whenever I make anything with ground beef, I like to add a lot of mushrooms, finely chopped mushrooms as well, just to bulk it out and to add some extra veggies. I also added half a cup of red wine and some tomatoes, crushed tomatoes, and beef stock, yeah. So I added all of those ingredients. There's a few other ingredients that I haven't filmed or mentioned, but I'll try to do a recipe video for this sometime in the near future. And I just let it simmer for an hour and a half, and after simmering I added some fresh basil. So here is the pasta. I just rolled up each strip that you saw earlier and sliced it into thick ribbons and just cooked it in boiling water for 3 minutes. So while they were cooking, I sauteed a few courgettes, I think 2 or 3 courgettes. And after 3 minutes, the pasta was ready. And then I drained it and added a little bit of the bolognese sauce just to stir it through. And then when I served it, I added some more sauce on top. So this is what it looks like all served up. That's my daughter's with lots of Parmesan cheese, my son without any because he doesn't like cheese, and that was mine, and this is my husband's. So yeah, this is what we had for dinner. It was amazing. This is one of my favorite dishes to eat, but not so much to make. Making pasta is a bit of a pain, but it really is really delicious when you make your own. So yeah, this is what we had for dinner, and that's what we had all day today. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.